Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is duplicate this level here, and I'm going to call it room with stairs underscore night. Great, and that's right. So I'll double click on it, open it. Right, so now before I turn the light off and rebuild, I'm just going to assign a material to these little holes there, these little discs which are meant to represent a light source. So it hasn't got a material, and I'm going to go in here and create a new material, call it self illumination, or self-illum, easier. And in here I will create a variable, so I press S and just plug that straight in the emissive color. Actually, delete that, I'll change my mind, press 3, and we'll give it a color straight in the emissive, and convert that to parameter. That's better. We'll have more control over the color, so obviously, and also I will show you, so light color, I will show you a way in here that we can change the intensity. So here I'll put the color to white, maybe give it a little bit of warmth, and here we've got this slider value. So each one of these values, you can see they're all from 0 to 1, but this value here we can actually have higher. So I can just type in 3 here, and that is going to give us the power, if you want, coming from this emissive material is going to be greater than 1. So this here we really use the HDR capacity, if you want, where everything's linear. So that is going to be the default value for our light, and I will right click on here and set a material instance, and I'll just call it instance 1, and I will apply that to this mesh here, and you can see that instantly, because of the bloom that's by default in Unreal, we already have this kind of nice glowing effect. And if I double click on my material here, I can change the light color, and then here maybe I can turn it down to 3 and give it a little bit more of a red orange. Maybe turn it down to 2. There you go. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to turn the skylight off. Actually, it looks quite good like this. And let's drag a spotlight. So really simple. So the spotlights again are similar to the sun to the direct light, in the sense that we need to choose how strategically we want to have them stationary or movable. So because these are ceiling lights and they are pointing straight at the floor, if you want, I want them to be stationary because they will contribute quite a lot to the illumination of the room, because they're pointing at the floor, and the floor is going to bounce light back onto the ceiling, and that matters a lot. A lot of the time the ceiling controls a lot of the light that is coming, is going to appear in the space. So I want to use that. On the other hand, I will turn it off for the wall lights. I will turn movable. I will turn the wall lights to movable. So let's do that now. And the reason being that I'm going to use an IES light, and I want to sort of play around with it. Maybe turn them off and change the intensity and show the effect of that. Also, you'll see that these nasty red crosses happen, telling you you can't have them so close. I need to sort of move them away and something like that. So if I turn them to movable, the red cross goes away. So this one I need to move. There you go, so that it's not too close to the others. So to have these lights to movable enable us to have obviously more lights in the scene. So I'll press Alt and move them to the other side, and these ones I'm going to assign an IES. So I'll import that in here. Oh, actually I will put it up on the top folder. So IES here, and really simply I will put that IES file into the IES texture of. So I don't know if I can do it to multiple lights at the same time. This one is still not happy. There you go. So here I'm not really seeing my IES results, and that is because my cone angle needs to be, because the IES has its own cone built in. That's what the IES is all about. I think it makes sense to really put the cone angle to very, very wide. Here I've set it manually on 90. I don't know, maybe that's a bit too extreme. 89. So I'll do that the same for all the other ones to make sure the cone angles, outer cone angle, I'll put that on 89, and we've got the IES lights really giving us a lovely effect. So I'll just make sure these are lined up, more or less, give us the illusion they're actually coming from there. Okay, and so now these shelves are looking a little bit sad. So what I have actually modeled is some strips that are to go at the back of the shelves. So let's see if I can find them. Yes, here they are, lighting shelves. So I'm going to apply that same material. Actually, I'm going to make another instance, create material instance, and I will call that shelves, self-illuminate shelves, and I will, so lighting shelves, I will apply that to the shelves, and so you see immediately we've got our sort of strong bloom effect as well, which won't matter so much here for the shelves because we shouldn't see it so much. But what we want to do here is we want to use those lighting strips as actual light sources. So in order to do that, we need to go in the lighting tab, and in the lighting tab we've got the light mask setting here, and we need to tick use emissive for static light in order to use that plane as a light source. And actually, by the way, we've got these 3 spheres here, and I'm going to tick that for them and assign my self-illuminated material the same one for now, and then we'll tweak that. So that's everything, and we've got this light which we will deal with a little bit later. And while I've got some spotlights, I'm going to copy this one over, keep that onto movable also, and I will just adjust that, and there you go. And notice the new intensity units here on 4.19. Okay, so now we'll see how it goes like this. The lighting is going to change drastically because our I'm going to double check our skylight is completely turned off. Skylight turned off, so let's build the lighting. Ooh, you see that my self-illuminated light is maybe a little bit too ambitious, so I'll maybe too much saturation in that, way too much saturation, so I'll turn it right down and build again. So just to sort of reiterate the whole process, I was able to change my light mask settings without all the accessories and without the things which will extend my render time quite a lot. So I think it's always a good idea to import just the walls and to get these light mask settings right, and to without the extra load of having all the small, and furniture, which things which will add greatly to the render time, can really make a big difference. So we're about halfway in the render, so I'll pause. Great, much better. Way still too strong, so I'll turn that down, maybe down to down about to 2. It's quite a lot stronger. And here we go. Still a bit too strong.